Hello, everyone. My name is Instructor Shirey, and I am going to be working with you this summer on the Freshman English 3 course. You are enrolled in an asynchronous online course. That means there are no scheduled or required meetings or class times. As long as you're turning in your work by the due date and the due time, it's all good. But that doesn't mean you can't meet with me or talk with me. I'm available all summer. All you need to do is reach out with an email, ask me any question you want or whatever you need. Or we can certainly schedule a Zoom meeting in which we can talk to each other live if you prefer. So simply reach out if at any point you want to talk to me or if you need questions answered while you're working through the course. You're going to find this course set up in modules, and the modules are very predictable in format. I try to say the same structure, categories for each module. Now, one word of warning, this is a summer term. So what that means, it's a little bit shorter, not a little, a lot shorter than, for example, fall or spring terms. Those are 15 weeks, summer is usually 10. However, we still have the same outcomes. Layman's words. You have a lot more work in a short amount of time. It's not more than fall or spring. It's just going to seem like more. So same amount of work, shorter amount of time. How's that? You're going to really want to stay on top of due dates. You're going to want to really be looking ahead as much as possible. The biggest thing is you need to dedicate time outside of what you're working on Moodle in order to be able to accomplish those assignments at the level you want. Okay. All right. In our course, the first section is the general section, and that's where I house all the announcements that I send you. I usually send them once or twice a week. And then, so you can go back and look at all the old ones if you want. Feedback, comments. This is where you would go and look to find how to find the comments I give you in regards to discussion forums. So although you'll see the grade, the overall grade on the grade page, you will not see my comments displayed. So you do need to go into a specific area to see my comments and what I'm telling you within the grading rubric or otherwise. Make sure you look at them. They're very important. So again, if you don't remember, you don't know how to do this, watch that video. It'll show you where to go. The other one is how to make a writing consultation appointment. And this is done through academia. You are going to be required to do one or two of them during the course. And so you're going to want to be familiar of how to make an appointment. This is a video. It shows you what to do. The writing consultations are going to be required to be done through the TLC. You're not going to be allowed to have anyone else outside of the TLC give you a consultation. You can get those consultations. They will not count for credit. So it's very important you know how to make an appointment. And that video shows you how. Okay, these are items basically you're going to maybe refer to at some point or other in the course. Next is where you're starting for the course. So it says start here, and I've housed important course documents and welcome message. So this is where you're going to find my video that I'm making right now for you. I gave you a printed, written welcome message, kind of giving you a little bit about what this course is about. And then the syllabus. Now, the syllabus is a very important item. You really want to take the time and go through it. It contains a lot of good information for you that you're going to need. For example, it talks about late policy and credit amounts, that kind of a thing. So do take the time to review it. Once you have looked at the syllabus, you're going to see this done sign. And by the way, you're going to probably download it and then look at it, okay? And you can move on to required participation activity. These are the only two items that are graded. And this one, actually, I was incorrect. This one is not graded. This is a PowerPoint I put together, particularly if you've never done an online course before. This kind of helps you get in the mindset for it, gives you some kind of important information to be thinking about as an online learner. It is very, very different from traditional classroom learning. So you're going to want to take the time to look at that. And then you need to complete this lesson. It's starting information lesson, and this you just click into them. And I give you information. The pages are either information, you go to the next one, and then you got to answer questions. Okay? And you need to go through all of the pages and answer all of the questions. Once you've done that, it's automatically graded and it'll be in the grade book. You'll also see this little green box here, done. So at a glance, you can see I chose not to look through the PowerPoint. I've done lots and lots and lots of online courses. So I felt pretty confident I don't need to look at that PowerPoint. But I can't go farther unless I do actually complete this lesson, and you can see I did do it. Once this has the green box, Module 1 and 2 will then open to you. So in the summer, as a general rule, we are doing 2 modules every single week. Hence, you need to really dedicate adequate time to work for this course. After you've done it, the modules open and you'll see them. So Module 1, they're all set up the same, by the way. I give you a general overview. I list the objectives of the course. I give you a task list. In other words, if you complete these items, you'll be able to achieve those objectives that I listed above. And then I give you resources. The resources are exactly what they sound like, resources to help you, right? You definitely want to take a look at resources. They give you information that you need. So for example, in this resource, I'm giving you the research proposal instructions and grading rubric. Now, keep in mind, I am not assigning that proposal in this module. However, it's coming and it's coming quick. So I want you to take a look at, oh, these are the things so that you can plan in your life some time that you're going to be able to dedicate to these things, enough time that you're going to be able to get that essay done. Okay? I also give you a sample proposal, and there's a video walkthrough. Now, that video is not me. It is my associate or my colleague, Professor Miller. However, it's the same information that I give. And you'll see that throughout this course. There'll be videos from other colleagues. We do a share back and forth. I create some, they create some, that kind of a thing. So in the sample, it should give you a really good idea of what's contained in the proposal, but also a talk through in video about each aspect of the proposal. Again, I'm not assigning it yet, but you want to see what's coming in the very near future. The only thing in Module 1 that I grade is in activities and assignments. And for this particular one, I'm asking you to do this particular activity. And I give you the instructions. I want you to download the document. I want you to read it out, and then you need to fill it out. And here's the document link right there. So when you click on that, it'll download. You open it, you can type right on that document and then save it to your computer and make sure then you add the submission or upload. It's very important that you check the version you save that it has your answers. Quite often students will upload a blank document or they'll upload my original template that I gave you here, but it doesn't have the answers. So when you download, you can type enable editing and type your answers right on that document, but make sure you save it on your computer with your answers because that's the version you want to upload in the add submission. Okay, just a heads up on that. So that's Module 1. In Module 2, you'll notice same setup. Give you a general overview. I give you the objectives. Here's the task list. These are the things. If you do them, you'll hit the objectives. And then you'll notice here, there's a lot more resources. Resources are provided to you to help you so that you can achieve whatever grade you want on the activities which are graded. So keep in mind, resources are never graded. Activities are always graded. These are where I take grades. Okay, so these are meant to kind of give you either background, contextual information, introduce you to a couple things. For example, brainstorming topics resource. I give you some information with some other links of, oh, what would be a good way to brainstorm, or what are some areas I could look for topics, that kind of a thing. Okay. And these are all very similar. It'll either be written information or links to other places that will help you with information. Okay. I also give you the instruction sheet for the research proposal. So remember, in module 1, I gave you sample, and I also provided that and told you it's coming. In module 2, I remind you again, here's the instruction sheet. So if you want to download, print it out, so you know exactly what you're going to have to write on that research proposal, you are welcome to do it. Again, I am not assigning the proposal yet. Okay, so this module 2, this assignment, you are giving me your research topic, and we're going to do that through a series of keywords and questions. So in all my discussion forums, I give you the information within it. I am very specific about what I want in the post, and I'm also pretty specific about what I want in the replies. Very important. When you are posting in discussion forums, you look through everything and you adhere to everything, including any requirements about length, all those kinds of things. All right. So after you do your post, when you do a post, you come down here and you're going to add discussion topic. Add the subject here. I request that you actually use your topic as your subject. So whatever topic you end up thinking you might want, right? Because remember, in your post, you're going to give me 3 options. But you give me whatever your topic is and put the topic there. And then here is the text box where you are writing all of the information required in the post instructions. Okay. Now, a couple of words of warning. Quite often this will time out and you'll get kicked off and then your work will be lost. There's nothing I can do about that. That's out of my control. However, what I can suggest is that you look at the post, all the instructions, and you compose all of your writing within Word. After you have it in Word, use the tools. Do a spell check, a grammar check, etc., etc., etc. After you got it looking the way you want it, then you may copy and paste it into the text box. Couple of things. Discussion forums give the illusion that it's a casual conversation. It is not. It is a conversation with your peers. However, we're in an academic arena, so one of the expectations is that you use proper capitalization, proper punctuation, proper spelling, proper grammar, okay? You need to use those in the discussion forums just like you would submitting a written essay. What you put here will be graded on some of those. That's one of the categories I use in the grading rubric, okay? After you post, you simply go, or after you're done typing here, you post, okay? And then what you're going to see, sorry, I'm going to get out of here so I can show you. In the post, after you have posted, now you're going to see your name listed down here. And then when people click into it, they're going to see what you wrote. For your reply, you do replies always after post. You never reply before your own post. In your reply, after you've posted, you can click into any name listed and then reply to those people. You have to do a minimum of 2 replies to people. So 2 different people, by the way. And in the reply, I give you specifics of what I want you to reply to, et cetera, et cetera. So make sure you read the requirements very specifically so that in your reply, you adhere to the instructions. Okay. All right. I am going to go back up and hit general. Okay. That is our course. I've kind of given you a little bit of a overview or a walkthrough of the course structure, but also kind of introduce you to module 1 and module 2. Remember, neither of those will be open for you to see until you have done the required participation activity right here. That has to be in the gradebook and the green box has to be clicked, and then you're good to go. All due dates are posted within the assignments. As a general rule, I'm pretty predictable. It's always Sundays at 11:59. Keep in mind, you're doing 2 modules per week. So for example, Module 1 and Module 2 are going to both be due on the same Sunday. Because they're numbered, we go in order. It is in your best interest to do Module 1, look through all those things, resource complete that before you go and submit for number 2. You want to look at all of the resources after you have done or completed Module 1. I think that's it. I hope I've covered everything that may be needed by you. So I just want to end with welcome to the course. Encourage you very strongly to reach out to me with any questions or concerns you may have. I'm here all summer to help you out. So I don't know how to help you unless you ask. The key to that is you need to ask, and I'm more than happy to walk you through or help you with anything you need. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I look forward to hearing from you.